viewing parties. The folks at Dream Wizards in Rockville, Maryland have gotten together to watch this. Dream Master's nice store. You know, Friday Night Magic, Thursday Casual, PTQ's pre-releases. I've been to that store.
Hey,
it's a really nice store.
That's Chiat's place.
Yeah.
Laurel's a long-time TO. I've been to her PTQs. Run some great events.
Yep, so D.C. area, Rockville, Maryland.
I'm sure I know a couple of the people there.
We've also got some viewing parties going on at Steve Port's store. So Misty Mountain Games in Madison, Wisconsin, and Burnsville, Minnesota. Another couple of great stores.
He has a 7,000 square foot dedicated play space location.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's got to be one of the largest hobby stores in the country.
That's Burnsville, Minnesota?
Yeah.
Misty Mountain North. Yeah, the Madison store is also, I mean, that store's been around forever. Tons of stuff, play space, hobby games, etc.
I've also heard from some people who are doing unofficial viewing parties at their stores.
Yeah?
They just got some stuff together on their own. Matt Cruz in Arkansas said all of his friends are at the local game shop.
Very cool.
Much like Europeans will go to watch the football match very early in the morning in the United States. They're in Arkansas at a shop watching, so
starting to be a reasonable time in America, right?
Starting to.
I guess it's 8:15 on the East Coast, 5 a.m. on the West Coast.
Both players keep.
All right, we're off to the races. Wright Bauer leads with a Savage Land.
Did we have a?
I think there was one mulligan there.
Yeah.
And another Savage Land. Oran Reef for Coimbra, and
one of the interesting things about the Rune Blaster plan is you can Bloodbraid Elf into the Rune Blaster and still have the opportunity to pay the kicker cost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you play it, so you still have the opportunity to pay kicker. Huh. So, for example, if you
turn 3 Thrynax for Wright Bauer, by the way, but Celestial Purge takes care of that.
You know, if you went into a burst lightning, you could pay for and have it do.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's a pretty brutal turn.
I guess so. Arid Mesa from Coimbra. And there's the Oran Reef for Wright Bauer. He's only got access to 3 mana this turn. Couple of slow starts. Looks like a handful of, was that Terminate, Bituminous Blast, and the Dragon for Wright Bauer. Plus he's got a 5th land.
Andre waited until his turn to break his fetch land, wanted to keep his, I guess, draw some lands on his turn.
Yeah. Sounds like he'd rather draw land than spells there. Fourth land and Bloodbraid. No, for a Hierarch. Probably the best thing for Wright Bauer. Kind of the worst hit, right?
Yeah. That's certainly one of the criticisms of this deck is the Bloodbraid Elves are a little...
Yeah, they're not as good as Wright Bauer's Bloodbraids, that's for sure.
Spectacular. When you hit the Woolly Thoctor, it looks awesome.
All right. Cracks a fetch land. Immediately for... What's his turn 5 play, do you think?
He can try to hit the Cascade Lottery, right? I mean, he can try to Bituminous Blast into Bloodbraid, into...
Yeah, seems right. And he does that... You do that main phase so that you can hit Bloodbraid and attack? That doesn't seem very relevant.
Yep.
But I mean, clearly... Yeah, main phase. Points at the Bloodbraid, gets a Lightning Bolt, so the 2 Cascade spells basically undo each other.
Right.
Blast trades for Bloodbraid. Now 5 mana for Baneslayer Angel. Coimbra's turn. I think I saw Garrett come off the top.
Oh.
15 to 19.
I'm sorry.
His protection from dragons is almost relevant here. It would be relevant if Rightbower didn't have a Terminate, right?
Yeah.
2 cards.
Which way do you play this? Garruk and Terminate, or a couple of 4/4s?
I think you Garruk terminate.
I think I agree. Rightbower now at 14.
I mean, making the dragon just put you at a disadvantage, right? He's just going to be able to attack you for 5 right past.
Yep.
No reason to give him 5 life.
Yep.
Terminate. Make a 3/3.
Garruk, terminate your Baneslayer and
Make
put
a
a
3/3.
3/3 into play.
Yep. Seems like a
Pretty good turn indeed. Coimbra's turn. These guys have been throwing knockout punches back and forth, and nobody ever seems to get knocked out. Such powerful spells. Makes for fun magic. Bloodbraid, Lightning Bolt, Plains is Coimbra's hand. So he's going to be able to Bloodbraid and Oran Reef. Yep. I mean, how many counters on Garruk?
There's 2 now.
Baneslayer, no. Land, no. Sable Stag. Wow. So the Oran Reef hits both of those.
Yep.
Yeah. Bolt the 3/3. Kill Garruk. Counters for everybody. God. Great turn for Coimbra. You guys really do just take turns throwing haymakers.
Still does have to face down a dragon.
Oh, you
Or
thought
2.
that was good? How about 2 dragons? Broodmate Dragon for David Rightbower. A pair of 4/4 flyers. Although with both of Coimbra's creatures at 4 power. Oh, is that Ruin Blaster? So what's the play if you're Coimbra? I mean, you can attack and force trades.
Right, you trade the red token for
The red token for
Great
the Sable Stag. I mean, I think if he doesn't attack, Rightbower can actually start attacking him in the air. So I think you have to attack and force the trades rather than risk Rightbower playing a ground answer and flying over. This is another one that works out to be sort of a 1-for-1 trade, right? It's Broodmate trading for Bloodbraid.
Now, there's an Oran Reef in play for Rightbower.
I think they both have one.
Yeah, so he might want to just get that Oran Reef off the board
With the Ruin Blaster?
with the Ruin Blaster. I don't know if he attacks with the Ruin Blaster or not. Yep.
No, it would just get picked off. Yeah, I like this. Oh, and Coimbra only wants to...
Rightbower is only
Yeah, Rightbower trades off the red dragon for the Sable Stag
there goes Oran Reef.
and keeps his 4/4 flyer instead of Bloodbraid. I guess 4/3 it's vulnerable to a lot of removal spells.
Oh, well. And
Oh, and he draws Lightning Bolt off the top.
he
Wow.
also has Terminate.
Yeah, that's why he didn't want to trade with Bloodbraid. Makes sense. Did take 4 down to 10, though. Now what? Can Rightbower afford to attack?
Well, he can kill both creatures, attack for 4, and get his game on.
Right, he can also leave the 4/4 to block Ruin Blaster. I don't know if he
Says
wants
go.
to... Yeah,
Says go.
I don't think he really wants to trade... What was that? Oh, Celestial Purge! Bye-bye, Broodmate Dragon. Here comes Bloodbraid and Ruin Blaster. Does Rightbower blow both of them? Like,
Yeah.
clearly, yeah. All right.
All right. So
Everything cancels
let's
out.
mulligan to 0 here.
These guys just mulligan to 0, right? Nobody has any cards. They're both playing off the top. Haymaker, Haymaker.
Great Sable
Sable
Stag.
Stag from Coimbra. The crowd loves it. Oran Reef makes that a 4/4. Bituminous Blast off the top, but that can't touch a Sable Stag. The sideboarded Stags coming
Rightbower
over.
goes to 6.
Right Bauer's at 6. Second Bituminous Blast. That doesn't help. Amazing cards, but this is why Sablestag is so good against Jund. They can't point their removal spells at it. And a land.
Andre doesn't want to play anything.
Right Bauer's at 2. Yeah, the right answer is don't play anything. Right Bauer scoops them up. He's like, yeah, wow, I had 2 Bituminous Blasts. That doesn't help.
Sadly, he says sadly, oh, I still had these.
Yeah. Andre Coimbra is 1 game away from being world champion. Coimbra 2-0. The Sablestag sitting in the sideboard for the Jund matchup. Naya Lightsaber designed to destroy the Jund matchup. And the Portuguese in the crowd are just going nuts. Whew. This is fun. I mean, the guys are just throwing haymakers back and forth.
I gotta tell you, this is a great space to watch
It's true.
a Pro Tour Finals. I don't know if you guys have at home have seen this space, but I mean, we are in an auditorium.
Yep.
It's really
Got the
comfortable
big screen
seats.
set up, kind of movie theater style. I always love it when we get to be in the room with. Yeah. I always love it when we get to be in the room with the crowd too. It kind of makes it more fun for everybody. So
Maybe we can
what
give
does
you an
Right
idea
Bauer
of how
do
many
now?
people are in the crowd. Could we get a roar from the crowd just so people can see how many people are out there? Can you guys in the audience just give us a yell for the people at home? Give us a yell.
There you go. Now, how does Right Bauer regroup? It's not like
He's just got to rely. I mean, we've seen this before. He just has to rely on his deck doing what it does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's not like he's misbuilt it or got the wrong answers. He just has to shuffle up and hope it works out next time.
Yeah. I mean, clearly he has to cut Andre 2 cards deeper.
Where's the bad cards in Coimbra's deck, though? Every card in there has been chosen specifically for this match.
So we saw Andre shuffle all 15 sideboard cards in and then pull 15 cards out. We don't know if he's made any changes or not. He's still on the draw, so presumably he's on the same strategy he was last game.
Yeah, I mean, that version of the deck looked great.
Yeah.
I mean, the Sablestags looked awesome. The Ruin Blasters were relevant. The Purges are awesome.
That Oran Reef, the Vastwood was
He's only got the one. It was quite
terrific.
good. It's funny, though, if Right Bauer just draws his removal spells in a different order, he's fine. But he had to waste a Lightning Bolt on a Ruin Blaster. I mean, it was really sort of depressing. That Lightning Bolt is so huge since it's the only thing that can kill a Sablestag. But he had to waste that, and he has to waste that on a Ruin Blaster, and then he draws into Bituminous Blast. If he draws those in the other order,
Sure.
it's in such better shape, right? He blasts, he gets to spin the Cascade Lottery potentially twice if he draws. He had Terminate Bolt traded for Bloodbraid Ruin Blaster. He'd much rather have had one of those be a Bituminous Blast, even both.
Right. So Andre, it looks like, has not made any changes from his game to
that makes sense.
sideboard state.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options, but this looks like the right version.
We'll have to get a look at Right Bauer's sideboard, see if he's made any changes now that he's seen how Andre set his deck
What's
up.
he going to change? Sablestags of his own to block and trade? Like, it's not
Possibly.
awful. I mean, that's relevant, right?
Players deal out, hoping for a good
They don't
7.
get purged either. Right Bauer spins up his draw. Looks pretty good. All right, Andre Coimbra leads 2-0. These are best 3 out of 5, so Right Bauer's going to have to win 3 games in a row if he wants to be world champion.
Andre's going back for
Coimbra's
6
going to
new
mulligan.
ones. He did that last game.
Yeah, that was Coimbra off a mulligan last game, right?
Yeah.
What's the hand that
Looks
Breitbauer
like
had?
it's 2 lands, Master of the Wild Hunt,
I did see
a
at least one
Putrid
lightning
Leech,
bolt, maybe two.
2 lightning bolts.
So two
lightning
lands.
bolts. Savage Lands and a Mountain and a Maelstrom Pulse, I believe is the hand.
Pretty good, but he's going to need to draw lands.
Yeah, and he needs to draw, another non-red mana source. Can't cast the Putrid Leech, can't cast the Maelstrom Pulse. His card can't cast the Master of the Wild Hunt. The only 2 cards he can cast off of that are the lightning bolts.
Isn't it Savage Land Summit?
I believe it was Savage Land Mountain.
Thought I saw Dragon Skull Summit.
Andre Coimbra had 1 Pro Tour to go to this year. He had 15 Pro points.
I
He
think
looked
he
at the
chose
schedule.
well.
He said, I'm going to go to Rome.
Andre's got a row of Cokes under that table, too. I don't know how many of them are still full, but...
Six cards.
Savage Land Mountain, you're right. What are these 6? Ruin Blaster, a couple of lands.
This looks like a keeper.
Thoktar, yeah, that draw looks really good. I mean, it doesn't do anything till turn 3, but it's nothing but hits at 3, right? Players trade, dueling comes into play, tap lands. Oh, Bloodbraid for Reitbauer.
There's a summit for Reitbauer. Andre would love to see
Hierarch.
a hierarch on that turn.
Coimbra keeps drawing land. Yeah, plays the fetch land. I think he wants to
We'll do this
thin.
at the end of Reitbauer's turn, no doubt.
Swamp.
Putrid Leech on turn 3.
Putrid Leech. Leaves up the ability to bolt something. Coimbra cracks his fetch land.
So Andre has great stable sag, but there's a lightning bolt waiting in the wings for it.
Speaking of viewing parties, we apparently have a house of college students in Tempe, Arizona. Joe V reports they've been up all night watching Worlds.
Hey guys. I hope everyone's drafting while they're doing this. I'm very disappointed when I hear about these viewing parties and nobody's drafting.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of drafting.
Okay.
Yeah, totally contentious to watch. There's Thoktar. Many choices for Coimbra.
Doesn't
Decides
play great
Thoktar is the
stable
right
sag.
one.
That is some removal heavy hand for Reitbauer. Gonna pulse that, do 4 to you.
Yep. Pulses away the Thoktar. Attacks with the Putrid Leech.
4.
Yep.
Yep, says 4.
Yep. Yep.
I would like
Reitbauer's out of
20%
lands,
of your
though.
life total, please.
No
Here
fourth
comes-
land, so this Ruin Blaster is painful. That's how the deck was drawn up. Ruin Blaster targeting Savage Lands. And Reitbauer had no fourth land, so he desperately needs land. No. Draws another Maelstrom Pulse.
I think they're doing the wave in the front row here.
Putrid Leech heads over. Coimbra down to 11. Reitbauer pays 2 down to 14. What is Coimbra's next play? Oh, he can actually pull off your play. He can go land, Bloodbraid with the red available to potentially kick a Ruin Blaster if he spins one up.
looks like what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, that looks like the play. Sable Stag is his other option. Sable Stag, Celestial Purge, that's his other option. I like it. Blood Braid. What's it going to be? Sable Stag. 5 power comes over. Right Bower has the Lightning Bolt, so down goes Blood Braid, but he still takes 2 from Ruin Blaster. 12 to 11. Not a land for Right Bower. But he does have the Bolt for the Sable Stag, so does he want to trade?
I think he's got to sit back and D here.
Is he going to win that way?
He is not.
I mean, trade. Right Bower's. I mean, if nothing else, if Coimbra's hand is blanked, Right Bower would win this race. But no, he decides to play defense. Oh, Thoktar. Celestial Purge is probably going to happen from Coimbra. Purge and attack? Yeah, Purge, attack, play a guy. Seems pretty awesome. Andre Coimbra playing the Naya Lightsaber deck that he got from his buddy Mike Flores. Drawn up for this tournament, for this matchup. Yeah, Right Bower reaches for Putrid Leech. He knows what's coming. Putrid Leech is RFG'd. Ruin Blaster comes over. Right Bower down to 10. And the news gets worse, David.
Does he play Great Stable Stag here?
Or Thoktar. Either one.
Thoktar.
Decides on the Thoktar. And ships the turn back. Right Bower needs a land. Draws Bituminous Blast. Things are looking dire. Coimbra smashes over for 7, dropping Right Bower to 3. Here's